So today we're going to take a look at how I clean my tanks after a heavy usage. As you can see, this little bad boy's been getting a little bit of a hammering the last couple of days, and the cotton needs to be changed. So as you can see, I've pulled the bottom piece apart, get myself a nice cup of hot water, and we're going to just remove all the pieces and put all the pieces into the hot water to get any e-juice off of it. And then we'll concentrate on the build deck. We'll take the bottom piece off of here and sling it in there as well. And then we can concentrate on the build deck. We'll get the needle noses and move this out of the way. Now with the needle noses, just going to start to pry one of the sides of the cotton out and the other side out as well. You need to be a little bit careful here not to damage or destroy the coils. So just prise it out nice and carefully on each side. And as you can see, it'll start to break down on the middle there, and eventually you'll get a little bit come off like that. It should come out the other side quite simply as well, and eventually you'll get it all out quite straightforward like that. There you go. And the same applies on the other side, obviously. So we'll go ahead and do the same on the other side. Obviously being careful not to damage the coil as well. There we go, all done. A bit of a wipe on the tissue. Now I'm gonna put this onto the top of my mod, or one of my mods, and we're gonna burn the coils. Okay. It's important to use a regulated mod when you're doing this, otherwise you're gonna run into all sorts of different problems which you don't really want to get into. Okay, so there you go, on there. We're gonna take it down to around 30 watts. Should be pretty good for this. So there we go, the mod's waking up. Take it down to 30 watts. There we go. And just pulse it. And as you can see, all the extra e-liquid that's still on there is just going to burn off. And any of the residue that's built up over the last couple of days is going to burn off as well. I got this lovely little tool from Coil Master. It's a coiling jig, and on the other end it's got a little brush. You may have seen this before. I use it quite a lot in the videos, and I just use this to brush off the excess crud. You know, don't be firing the button when you're doing this, otherwise you're going to cause a short. So it's important to keep the thumb away from the fire button. As you can see, you get all the crud off of there quite straightforward and quite simply. And you're going to get quite a lot of crud build up on the bottom of your build deck from doing that. So when we finish doing this, we're going to give the whole of the build deck with the coils a little bit of a bath as well, and the hot water to get rid of any residue. So again, just pulse it, make sure we got all of that residue out and off. Get all of it burnt off nicely. As you can see, there's very little vapor coming off of it now, very little smoke coming off it now. So we're getting there. Anything that's coming off of there now is any liquid that's left over on the build deck. There's nothing left on the coils. And there we go. Let's take it off of here, put this away. Let's take this off of here. And be careful, it's probably going to be hot, so I like to use a bit of paper towel just to undo it. And I'm just going to plonk this into the water as well, get all of the residue off of there. It's pretty quick to clean. Now I like to use my needle noses to pick it out. Obviously I like to use nice hot water, nice boiling water, so it dries off nice and quickly. There we go. Let's fish all the pieces out one by one. I like to make sure all the pieces get taken apart so we can get all of the crud off of everything that we need to. Make sure everything's nice and clean. There we go. All of our bits are out. And there we go. Get rid of the glass of water. Now, normally the chimney's going to have a little bit of a build up of crud on it as well. You know, that's where you get most of the build up of, you know, blackened vapor. So we're going to take a look at that. I normally use a little bit of paper towel to wipe it down and roll a little bit up. There you go. You can see inside there it's not really shiny metal anymore. It's kind of like fill up with crud. So I'm just going to roll up the point of paper towel, and that should be enough just to get the leftover residue in there out. There we go, all the way through. Give it a bit of a twist around. And the rest of the chimney, sorry, a little bit out of shot here. There we go. As you can see, it comes up nice and clean. Back to nice shiny metal. There we go. Beautiful. Nice job. Now what we've got to do is put it back together, and if you want to rewick it and get it ready to work again, you can do that, or put it back in the box and get your next toy out to play with. It's up to you. I'm probably going to get this wicked up again and get it ready to go. So I'm really enjoying this particular device. I always like to make sure everything's nice and dry. You know those little sachets of salt that comes in the boxes when you buy your equipment? I like to keep them so that when we do put it back into the box, if there is any liquid residue on the device, that's all going to be absorbed by the little bag of salt. Okay, so it's a little bit of a tip there that might come in handy for you in the future. There we go. So check the coils, make sure they're looking cool. There we go. Oh, they're looking really nice. As you can see, nice and clean. Good job. Now, as I was saying, I'm going to get this ready for a new build. So I'm going to put it on my own meter and get it ready for receiving some cotton. But, you know, we're done for that. We're done with that for now. And, you know, we'll leave that for now. I'll show you guys later on. Take it easy and have a good one.